Hi, my name is Drew, and if we haven't met before, welcome to ReadyBudgetGo. If this isn't your first time visiting my channel, welcome back. I'm glad you're here either way. It's Friendsday Wednesday, and that means I am playing savings challenges and savings games that were created by other people in the budgeting community. I've got an entire binder full of them, plus I've got Eva's Adventures in Saving Ancient Mayan Jungle book to work on. I'm getting really close to finishing this, and I think I've got one or two challenges in the binder that are also on the cusp of being done. So I should start September with some new challenges. Some of them I'm still waiting on, but I can't wait to get started on this week's challenges, and I've also got some happy mail to show you. So before I jump into savings, I am going to share the happy mail that I got. So let me set these aside for now. And I have two pieces of happy mail, one from Judy at Save with Judy and one from Kimmi at Kimmy's Corner. We'll start with Judy's. I won a giveaway on a live of hers, I don't know, a week or two ago. So let's open this. It's a lighthouse. And there's also a freebie and a sticker. So I love cacti, and this one is really sweet. I thought about getting a cactus for my apartment, and I just haven't done it yet. I've been a little distracted, but awesome to have a sticker. Okay, so there's that. And then we've got Hello Summer. I'm actually allergic to strawberries, but it's too bad because I love strawberries. Strawberry ice cream was my favorite dessert before I became allergic. That allergy only came about in my mid-20s. So it says each flower, but I'm pretty sure those are supposed to be strawberries. At any rate, thank you for the freebie. And then here is the challenge that I won, and it's a lighthouse. My late grandmother really loved lighthouses, so I will think of her every time I do this challenge. So thank you, Judy. And then from Kimmi at Kimmy's Corner, I won a giveaway on her channel too. I can't remember what the giveaway was though, so this will be a big surprise. I didn't get the envelope all the way open. There we go. Oh, goodbye, puppy. Goodbye, puppy. So this one is going, oh, there's a note in here. Let me read it to myself first, making sure. Oh, it says, hey, Drew, thank you for attending my live where 40 was the number. It just never feels right when someone else wins a 40. Love Kimmi, Cris, and Derma. Derma is Greece's calculator that is a sister to Irma. Irma and Derma. So goodbye, puppy. This one will be going in this week. Well, I have one that I'm going to finish, and then this one will come in after, and I'll start it next week. So I'm going to keep this right close. But let's jump into the binder and start saving some money. So first one I'm going to do is this freebie. I always start with the freebie. This one is from Eva at Budget Your Life. This is just a bee-themed hello challenge. So I'm going to roll a D8 twice because I said it was going to be a D8. So we've got a 4 and a 6. And I have nothing to write with other than a dry erase pen. So let me get out a Sharpie here. That's what I call Sharpies. They're Sharpies. 4 and 6, just like the dog. So let's go into the freebie binder and see what that one has added up to. Oh, put these both down for a 20. So far in freebie challenges, since I started the Friendsday Wednesday, I have saved $150.71 with help from folks from the budgeting community, whether it's giveaways or orders that I've placed. I've got more here in queue waiting. So that's that one. Let me make sure I write that down. For those of you who are new, I do use prop money, and I have kind of an unlimited supply here. And how I keep track of what I'm actually doing is I write everything down. Now, Magna Carta has disappeared. There she is. So this is Magna Carta. She is my magnetic, oh, so satisfying, pen. Here we go. So let's do this challenge. It's by Save with Judy. This is the Good Witch. And I need a, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll roll a D10. Tell me, well, I'll roll the D8. It's already out. Oops. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right down here, $3. That is more than doable. Get that cleaned up here. Oops. 2, 3. So far in this challenge, it has 10, 15, 17, 19, 21, 22. So I'll keep it 2. We'll put all this business down for a 20. This is a $75 challenge. It's available in her Etsy shop now, along with some other fun Halloween scratchers. So that one was 3. Let's do bingo next. This one is Dice Bingo. This is by Budgeting with Cris. She did change her channel name and YouTube automatically updated it. I just can never remember the name. But if you go down into my description, it'll be linked there. So I need 2 dice, and I always do a Superman and a Batman. Superman flies and Batman goes down the side. So 6 and 3, which is yellow. Oh my gosh, we finally have a bingo. Hot diggity dog. So that's going to be $3. I am going to stop there. Let's see, roll 2 dice, mark off where they intersect, and save what it is worth. Roll 6 spots in a row, cross, down, or diagonal, and win bingo. It does not say to save anything special for bingo, so I'm not going to. I'm going to be cheap, and I am going to... Let me write down 3 here. I thought I would do this until I got a blackout, but I have so many other challenges that are starting to stack up that I want to get to, so I am going to take this out, but let's see how much it totaled. Looks like 105. 100, 2, 4, and 5. Yep. So I'm going to put all of this back in the tray. Set that to the side. That will come back at some point. I'm not sure when. I'm going to put Goodbye Puppy in this envelope so that I don't forget to do it later. That was not the one I was counting on finishing, and I did write down 3. Yes. Okay, so now we're doing Busy Lizzy's budget. Bigger, better, faster refund. Goodness. Okay. Love this challenge, and she has this in multiple amounts. I do have some for a giveaway. I just need the time to get that 1,000 subscriber giveaway done. I've been so busy, but it's on my list, I promise you. I'm going to roll a d20, and I'm always starting from the top because I can never remember where I left off. So 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll go right here. That is $6. There are higher numbers on this because it is a $400 challenge, but she has, like I said, other challenges with other denominations and lower limits, lower high value, I guess. Okay. So let's see what this $400 challenge has in it so far. It has 155 and 6. Okay. There's that. Write down 6. And then we're going to move on to the Sparkly Color Dot Dice Challenge. This is Colorful Sparkle Roll and Save. This is by Eva at Budget Your Life. I need to get out her Colorful Sparkle Roll and Save dice here, or Sparkly Color Dot Dice, rather. Which I should have done before I started filming, but, you know, I don't prepare. I just wing it. Okay, there they are. So let's see where we land this week. The one closest to me, well, actually, there's so many crossed off, we'll just see where it fits. So we have green and purple, which I think are both done. Yep. And yep. My high school colors, so I tend to remember that. Green and blue. Green and blue is done here. Blue and green is done there. Yellow and blue. Blue and yellow is done. Yellow and blue is done. Yellow and orange is done, is done. Purple and blue is done. There we go, purple and blue there for $1. I'm going to try to get one more. Purple and yellow, go Huskies, there we go. That'll be $2 more. This one, I'm going for the full blackout. I'm not stopping just because I got a bingo, because I got a few bingos going on here. Okay, that was $2, so a total of $3 going into this challenge for the week. Not the biggest amount ever, but that's okay. It leaves me more money for another one of Eva's challenges, or the savings book at the end. So was that in here? Yes, it must have been. Okay, so far 50, 70, 95, 97, 99, 101. Not a Dalmatian in sight, but there is 101 Dolarios in this challenge. So 101. There we go. Up next is the Fireflies challenge by Marlene at Snow Gardener 307. This is the one that I knew I was going to finish tonight. So I'm trying to find a place to set that binder that isn't precarious because things are already falling off screen. So this $65 plus challenge, which is really more like a $65 times challenge or a $65 exponent challenge because I keep getting the multipliers. Let's see what's on this spot. $8. Okay. Was hoping I would get a reprieve, but no, that's okay. It all saves, right? So 5, 7, 8, and then on the back there's a roll and save challenge, and this is a D8, so I need one more spot, or I have one more spot to fill. So let's get out the D8 here. These are all in the wrong order, and that's just driving me nuts. There we go. 4. So I'm going to put 6 back and grab a 10, and then let's see what this challenge saved all together. Ooh, and I better keep up here. So the Sparkle was 3, Firefly is 12. Oops. Set that to the side. I may re-sticker it and play it again. Probably won't. Just because of the multipliers, I've been traumatized. All right, so this challenge saved. Looks like 124. 100, 10, 22, and 4, yes. And I was traumatized by it, but almost double the 65 plus, but I did both sides. I got the multipliers early, so. All right, let's do Paku-Piggy. This is by Jenn over at Jenn Katie Fiddly Bits. I need the special Paku-Piggy die. Custom D12 made by Jenn herself. We get a goblin right off the bat, so that's 2 buckaroos. Another goblin, another $2. Another goblin, another $2. Another goblin, another $2. This is my last roll. Another goblin, another $2. Okay, so that's $10. We did not advance at all. That's okay though. Sometimes it's like that. Okay, so far in Paku-Piggy, we have saved 100, 20, 35, 37, 38. Not shabby at all. I'll get out the next challenge, which is by Eva at Budget Your Life. This is I Love Spreadsheets. Make sure I write down $10 for Paku-Piggy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'll roll a d12, and that will tell me, pardon my reach, which one to scratch. We got number 1, so we'll go right here. Looks like a 2. These are some of my favorite scratch-off stickers ever. I don't know where she got them, but they scratch off so nice and clean. It's beautiful. Okay, $2. And I'm not going again because, like I say, I want to put a whole bunch in the Mayan Adventure at the end. So far in I Heart Spreadsheets, we have 16. We put these 3 2s back for a 5 and a 1. Oops. Here we go. Here we go. Up next is the itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that I could not get out in one breath. So I need a D8. Also need to make sure I write down $2 for the spreadsheet challenge. Number 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will go right down here. Georgette is sunning herself with a big old sun hat. This looks like a double-digit number. $12. Another spicy challenge. I must have been feeling my oats when I bought all these from Marlene. But I love the artwork. She, her sister-in-law does all of these drawings of Georgette and Fred Jr. and What the Duck and all their other characters. So $12 going into this challenge. Let's see what this one's up to. So we have 20, 35, 37, 39, 41. So I will put all of this back for another 20 and a 1. Okay, so 41 and the challenge. And that was a 12 that I had scratched. Up next is this D20 roll. This is another one that I'm going to finish this week. This is by Busy Lizzy's Budget. It is not expressly a D20, but that's what I decided it was going to be, so that's what it is. And we got an 18. It was kind of a rough start here with all those single-digit numbers, but the D20 started doing its job about halfway through. And so I'm pretty pleased with how that turned out. I don't know why I'm doing all that. Let's see what's in the envelope. Oh, because I don't have it. So adding 18 would be 138 total. So not bad at all. So this one I will set to the side and write down 18 for that game. Or that challenge, rather. What the Duck is up next. Saving for What the Duck. This is also by Marlene at Snowgardener 307. This challenge comes with a custom set of D6s, 2 D6s, and you assign values for heads and tails for her 3 main characters. Again, Georgette, What the Duck, and Fred Jr. So grab these dice, give them a shaky shake. So we've got a What the Duck tail and a Fred Jr. tail. I've said What the Duck tail is 4s. What the Duck tails is 4, and Fred Jr. tails is 8. So total of 12. That is what's going to go in here this week. Let's see what we're up to. Okay. Well, I'm just going to add in the 12 and then we'll condense. No, I'm not. I'm going to put these 2 back, grab a 5 and a 1. There we go. So 150, 70, 85, 86. I went kind of high with these, and I'm sort of wishing that I hadn't, but that's okay. Like I say, it all saves. Up next is Gumballs. This is also by Jenn over at Jenn Katie Fiddly Bits. Let me get out the gumball machine, and I also need my super special wet erase markers. There they are. Everything just kind of got buried today. Love the packaging on these. Okay, so I'm going to turn this and we'll see what comes out of the gumball machine today. We got a blue, and that is $1, so I will go again. This is usually where the multiplier pops out. We got a red, and red is 6, so a total of 7. Perfect, because I don't get that many reds. I've only had 2 of them so far. So we'll do a red. We'll put red right here. And we'll do a blue. And blue can go, I guess here. Okay. There we go. Those are packed in wrong. Well, I will fix that later. Put these back in gently. And Jenn did say that she restocked this, so it is now back available in her Etsy shop, which I will have linked down below. So we need to add 7, or realistically take out 13 and put in a 20. So far, $145. I put this in backward. There we go. Okay, $145 total with my $7 this week. So now what I need to, I need to put that away. And then after I've finished putting it away, I need to total up everything I've saved so far, and that will tell me how much I can put into the Mayan Adventure book. So let's see what we've got here. We have 10, 13, 16, 22, 25, 37, 47, 49, 61, 79, 91, 98. So 98 plus 171 is 269. So 269 from 450, I have 181 to put into Adventures in Saving. So the first thing I'm going to do is go and finish that puzzle. There it is. And I need, what color? Red. Turn it sideways since I'm a lefty, so that I don't put ink all over the side of my hand. I was talking with someone in, I don't know, a live discussion or maybe the comments in one of somebody's video, and they said they'd never had that problem even though they were left-handed. And I thought, oh my gosh. When I was growing up and I was using pencil all the time, when I was in elementary school, it used to be all right through here. I'd have this big kind of a crescent of just graphite from being left-handed. Okay, so this one needs 40, and that should bring it to a total of 1,000. So we have 500, 600, 700, 800, 950, 60. So I'm going to put all this back for another 500 because I don't have a 1,000 handy. And actually, now that I say that, I think I might. I think I just might. But let's do all of that. Then I'm going to reach into my bag of tricks. Oh, there's one. There we go. Right on top. 1,000. Because this is realistically $10 per, but I decided to use a multiplier, and my multiplier was 4. So it saves 1,000 in total. Okay, this one is done. I need to make sure I write that down, though, that I've already got 40. Let's work on this one. So how far can I get? I have, what did I say, 181 minus 40 is 141. So 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I will be a little bit over this week, but that's okay. So 150 plus 40 is 190. So we have 190, 171, and 98. So 9, 18, 25, 459. $459 is what I will put toward my goals for the week. And I want to make sure I put the right amount in here, which should be 150. So let's see what's already in here. So if I add another 150, that should put me at 500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, because then I'll have another 100, and that'll be 600, which is 120 times 5. Okay, so I'm going to take all of this out. And put in that same 500 placeholder. This is one of my luxury placeholders that you can get on my Etsy shop. It has this raised UV finish. Super luxe. It's dual-sided, so you can use either side. So that will go in there. When I make my transfer to my savings account this week, $459 will be the amount. And you can see that transaction recorded in the weekly reel every Friday, where I share my real income, my real bills, my real spending, and my real saving. For now, thank you so much for tuning in. I am getting super close to finishing this book. I've got, let's see, $100 here, 2 D30 dice rolls here, about $100 here, I would say, and then those scratch-offs, and that is it. So within the next probably couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I should have this all done, and we'll move on to a new book from either Eva or somebody else in the budgeting community. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and until I see you in the next one, take care.